point on Crossroads Strike. A very, very close quarters map, I guess you could say. Tell us a little bit more, Alex.
No, most definitely. Something that has been in discussion as well is how many subs do you want to run on this map? Is it a one sub map? Is it a two sub map? And I see like most teams usually end up running 3 Krigs, 1 sub. Some like pulling, a 2 sub meta, whatever it may be, but I'm definitely interested to see what they're going to be running and seeing how they choose to play this one out. It does look like early on as well, P1 heavily contested, but final form, just like they did in the last match that he casted, absolutely smoke on P1. They like going for this P1 time early, Comica.
Wait, so do I have the team names backwards? I think I do, actually. So,
yeah, you do.
Thank you for letting me know that. So, we've got, actually, for Chicago win, CDL BAM not really liking the situation that they're in with the spawns. Going to be going for a little bit of a quick flip Reno of the spawns. Sees Tommy just standing out in the middle of the open on a pedestal, trying to turn for Eddie. Not quite able to do that, but he has bought Doughboy a little bit of space to smack Eddie right across the face. But once again, Final Form are ready and waiting for him, and they're going to be potentially here for a good take on next year as well, Alex.
No, most definitely. It's something that I do want to point out as well with Final Form is they play for trades so often. They play together so much, and that's why you see the kill feed always has a little bit of blue. You know what I mean? Like, they are always playing for trades, always playing their lives, and it's working out extremely well here. The kill feed is just lighting up blue for Final Form. That's 3, 4 maybe in a row for them. None in answer for Chicago win. P2 completely in their favor. CDL BAM finally shutting it off just a little bit here, but slaying power going extremely in favor of Final Form. You can even see it in the kill feed. 4 or in the stats. 4 kills apiece for all of them. Wonderful work from them.
Yeah, although you say that, BAM is a little bit of a, I guess you could call it a diamond in the rough right now, because he's shining bright and amongst a lot of roughness we've got going on here for Chicago win for the start. They are contesting this. How much time is even left on the point? I can't even tell right now. 10 seconds. Yeah, I think they a little bit overchelled that, to be totally honest with you. And already set up on next is going to be Final Form, sitting and waiting. But Doughboy, he's caught wind of this. Haha. He's caught some Chicago wind of this. He's going to be snagging one right off the objective and getting it right back away from them.
Yeah, something interesting about this map is that, for a lot of maps, the bigger maps, like Moscow, that take a long time to rotate, any other ones really, because Crossroads really is the smallest map that you really think of in terms of comp. You don't really want to chow that, last kill for 10 seconds, but, Chicago win made it very obvious there. Even if you chow, you're still going to be able to chow the next hill pretty easily because it's so small. So wonderful work from them. Does look like they do manage to get taken out by Final Form. Doughboy still challenging inside hill though, and trades coming in left and right. That's 3 down. 4 Final Form as well, and that's going to be some decent hill time on this P3.
Oh, it could very well be on P4 as well. Turns the only man left standing, and he's about to be getting a whole lot extra of Chicago win than he originally wanted. Gets utterly smacked down upon. Yeah, Final Form is going to get the scrap time off of this, but set up for even more time off of next is going to be Chicago Wind. Now, they are going to be spawning out once again, because as you can see on the mini-map, Tommy and the guys, they have hit out the spawn flip spot. Going to be smacking down another one, and Surge doesn't win his gunfight either. CDL BAM still kind of close and able to do some stuff, but I think he'd be well advised to hold off his push a little bit until the rest of his team gets here.
Yeah, no, I think they broke that hill completely well. That's exactly what you wanted. That's exactly what you want to see from Final Form. They push to the right side, but just I'm saying that Surge, no! He finds 3, almost found a 4th, broke it completely, almost by himself, but Tommy shuts him down. Mexi gets the trade. Astro in the back there, still gonna spawn there, be able to pick up a little bit of time for his squad. But man, that was textbook out of Final Form. Wonderful work from Chicago Win, trying to push in through Surge, but wasn't able to finish it out. Surge still heating up though. Man, he's getting a lot of kills in a short amount of time.
Yeah, really starting to bring it back from that rough start. Chicago win. I guess you could say they're getting their second wind. But regardless, we're going to be seeing Final Form with the bad spawns, but plenty of time to flip them. Turns trying to get control over top catwalk area. Slides right on into a headshot on Surge. Very well placed there. Takes down another one on Doughboy. Probably not going to be feeling too good after that when he's at 30 HP. But they do, that has had the effect of keeping the Chicago Wind guys in a very tight-knit location. And once again, he double stuffs Doughboy, lost like an Oreo. He's going to go for another one on BAM, but Surge and BAM do tag team him, kind of. So, only one left, Tommy. He's gonna try and do something, but the rest of his team is very, very far away and unable to help him.
I'm loving how we're seeing, Turns and CDL Bam just playing these two sub roles so well. They're very much in each other's face. Every single child between them is huge, and CDL Bam just won another on the turns as well right there. P1 still getting a lot of hill time soaked for Final Form though. So they're gonna try to push in this P2 hill, but Chicago Wind knows how important this is. CDL Bam pushed all the way out, trying to get as much pressure up front in that P2 hill as he can. Is going to be behind. He's going to be able to find a couple as, oh no, Eddie also starts beaming onto hill. Tommy breaks, turns, finds the trade. Like I said, playing for trades extremely well, and they managed to break with 40 seconds left on hill. That's a huge play. That is a huge play.
Yeah, you can't really understate how huge that is for Final Form to get a break in that fashion, my dude. Like, they completely just dug out their opponent's root and stem and planted them completely somewhere else. We're gonna take Chicago Wind and push them somewhere else. And that's the idea behind this one.
Shouts out to Patrick Star.
Huh? Sorry?
Shouts out to Patrick Star, man.
Oh yes, shout out to Patrick Star for sure. They are gonna be nice and ready on next though, yeah, they are going to be 70 points behind, though, so they're going to need every single little bit of this hill time. Even though they don't have the best spawning situation for this one, Final Form's still exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Final Form, with that break onto the P2 hill, they're really starting to run away with this game. Before that, I do believe it was about 100 points to 70, but only 20 seconds won on that P2 hill for Chicago Wind. Quick break out of Final Form, and now they have control of the next hill as well, P3. It's not looking good as they also have spawns for that P4 hill, which is very, very difficult to break. So at the very least, we're going to need to see Chicago Wind break here, which they do with a very well coordinated push. But they need to keep this momentum, push out, and get spawns for P4. And it doesn't look like they're going to, as Tommy is already chilling in the back there. Eddie's watching the cross. They're not giving these spawns up anytime soon.
Yeah, you mentioned Tommy. He's 18 and 10, and he's already gotten 4 in this life. I don't think they're going to really be able to... never mind. They do manage to take him out of that spot. But... yeah, I mean, that's actually plenty of time for Chicago Wind to still break these spawns before anything major happens. Turn's still going to be hiding in the back there and holding it down with his sub here, laying down and waiting for his teammates to just hold the angles leading up to him. And that is exactly what they are doing, my friend. CDL Bam, he's going to get a nice little hit on Turns as Astro makes a little bit of a mistake taking down Eddie and doesn't get an enemy along with it. Tommy still chilling back there in that same spot that we saw him dying before. He's gonna try and do something to end this game a little bit quicker. But I mean, yeah, like we said, even though Final Form has an incredible lead right now, this game could still be turned on its head in the next few objectives. If Chicago Wind, like we're seeing right here, might happen, they might be able to get a good little bit of spawn flips rolling here.
Oh, no, most definitely. And that's a huge play from Chicago Wind to break on that P4 hill. That's going to give them a lot of time. That's going to give them time to get back in this game as well as set up for new, which they're already doing. But it does look like one spawn in the back that's an unlucky spawn as all the Final Form spawns basically on that P4 hill. But actually, you know what? It might just be in Chicago Wind's favor as now they have control of P1. They have spawns for P2. And everything's basically in their favor to come back. But Eddie with the two-piece. Tommy finds one. And now they're spawning out almost immediately. The hill breaks. And just like that, the entire game flips back on its head. They were in a very, very good position to take it back, but huge kills out of Eddie, huge kills out of Tommy, huge kills still coming from Eddie, huge kills still coming from Astro, and P1 is going to be an absolute cluster fight here.
Man, I'm not really liking this situation here, but Doughboy trying to do his darn best, but Turns is once again going to be turning around and smacking Surge and him basically within a few seconds of each other. If Chicago Wind doesn't win off this one, they've got the spawns for next. They are going to get contested on this one slightly, but, I mean, there's just absolutely no way in my mind that they're going to be able to do this. I think this game has kind of left them by the wayside here, my friend. Just oodles and oodles of fallback strats here for Final Form now. It's going to be tough, even if they do manage to push this off with P2.
No, most definitely, and I think a huge credit to their success is Turns. Turns is 34 and 19 with 1 minute and 30 on hill. And mind you, he's 34 and 19 with the 74 U in hand. This map is so close quarters, and he's showing why, as a sub, you can absolutely dominate on this map. And just like that, Final Form take the map. Great work from both squads, 250 to 154. Final Form really ran away with it on that P2 hill. Here we go. We're going to see turns. Smoke 1. Turns around. I do believe this is the dirty kill on P2. Yup. One's not even looking. Wow. He kills him, runs away. Not going to give him any time to get that trade. Beams Mexi and gets one more? No. Yes, sir. Go, boy. Gets put in the oven. Baked.
Put in the oven. And roasted, I guess you could say. Flamed out. Anyways, the result is going to be the same. Final Form taking that first map and continuing their winning streak like we saw on your channel. They did not drop a single map that entire time, my dude, and they have not dropped a map on this one either so far. Chicago, I don't know, man. I haven't really seen them play too much. From what I can see in the bracket and all that stuff, they both lost to the same team, which is Wichita Wolves. Both got 3-0'd by Wichita Wolves, which is not something that you can be like, oh, well, that means they're bad, right? Wichita Wolves is 4-0. They have only lost one map this entire season so far, and it was to neither of them. So, yeah, both on even footing here, I guess you could say. Chicago Wind does have one more loss than their opponents, and that is to second place Scorched. So, and that was... I don't know the circumstances behind that, but... Oh, actually, Wichita Wolves, the fun fact, the one map that they did drop was to Scorched. So, Chicago Wind, they did get 3-0'd by them, but like I'm saying, these guys are very, very good teams, so I'm assuming that this is probably going to be a very good search and destroy map as well. What we saw on your channel was a very good side, well, the best side, I guess you could say, from Final Form. Maybe not even the best yet, though. I don't know.
Oh, no, most definitely. I mean, to me, it looked like their Final Form, but if they can push past it, then it's going to be disgusting. I really hope to see a really, really good map here. I mean, Final Form, like I said, they play together. They play for trades very, very well. So I'd be very, very surprised to see them drop anything. I think the Chicago Wind team is decent, though. Definitely putting up more of a fight than Decimate was. So we may see a little bit of a shakeup here. But it all depends. It all depends, man, for sure.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, anyways, dude, we are going to be hopping on in with this next one, just waiting on one more person from Final Form, the final player of Final Form, to be joining us on Checkmate, Search, and Destroy. They did send me the maps, so I'm going to go over that real quick so we can have a little bit of a talking point while we do wait for this to get going. It is going to be Checkpoint on Control after this no matter what, so we're getting double duty on Checkpoint, but if it does go to a hard point, it's going to be on Moscow. So, based on what I just saw, I think that Final Form, they were just a little bit better on the rotations than their opponents, and Moscow takes the importance of rotations like 5 times greater than any other map in this game from what I can estimate here, dude. Just because maybe on Crossroads, yeah, the spawns are big, but you can still get there within like 10-ish seconds of dying. But on Moscow, it's not the case. You're basically wasting 15 seconds per death getting back to the fight.
No, most definitely. And we saw it in the first map that we just casted, right? What was it? I think it was the P2 hill that Chicago Wind chose to break, right?
Mm-hmm.
With 10 seconds left. They were able to still get into P3 because they're right next door, right? But in
Yeah.
Moscow, you can't have that. And I'm always talking about it in my streams when I'm casting. I'm like, sometimes it's better to leave the time and rotate. In this game, rotations are everything. And especially on Moscow, rotations are so far away. Spawns are so hard to break and flip. So yeah, definitely going to be seeing rotations be taking a huge part in in that map if we get to that point. But like we said, right, we have to get through this search. We have to get through the control. We'll see how we are after that.
Yep, just letting them know that we're all ready because it looks like they're all ready for the most part as well, my dude. They're all in the lobby and they're all in the correct teams, and it seems that we're more or less ready to go. So in the meantime, give shout outs to you. Where can everybody find you, Alex? Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so on Twitter, you guys can find me at Alex R Huerta with 2 A's. That's AlexRHuertaa. I cast for a majority of or a variety of leagues, Call of Duty as well. I own my own as well. That's on Twitter at Small COD League. And yeah, I just enjoy casting Call of Duty. Been doing it since last year. An MW middle of the year, and it's been a lot of fun. So I definitely appreciate you having me or allowing me to come on and cast with you. It's been a blast so far, and I can't wait to get through the rest, man.
Well, yeah, dude, it's been fun so far, and I'm assuming that the fun has only just begun as Final Form and Chicago Wind about to go at it in some Search and Destroy. Now, a very important thing to note on this map especially is that I'd be very surprised if they didn't put Doughboy in a position like this, or maybe even further to the right, where he can get some eyes on the inside of the plane. Bam seems to be trying to do that a little bit, but not quite able to do it successfully. Mexi is going to be a little bit up in here too, but they've since dropped beneath the plane. 2 remaining, but that might be able to change as Astro gets a free kill at... Oh, pays for it dearly, though.
Tommy, last alive in the situation, and Surge knows exactly where he's at. He's not letting him go. Oh, he tries to challenge, but Surge not going to let him. Hard scoping down that angle, knew exactly where he was. That one was over before it started. Chicago win, take the first map.
That would have been
round. Apologies.
That's all right. That would have been the mother of all ego chows to win for Tommy. Yeah, you see, he just comes around the corner. You'll see it right now. Surge throwing a grenade at him, but Astro trying to come out and give him some assistance. Surge says, nope. We're actually not going to see Tommy go for the big fat ego chow on him. But regardless, Surge getting 3 out of 4 kills with a sniper rifle. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Gotta give him a little bit of respect, Final Form, if you're going to be wanting to win this game.
I will say, though, Tommy was absolutely smoking earlier with the sniper in hand. And, you know, he had no other choice than to really ego chow that, you know? So let's see if Tommy can get one. He's going to be hard scoping down. He misses a shot on Doughboy.
Did he really, though?
Yeah, definitely. Most 100%. I mean, unfortunate there, but Doughboy still absolute. Going to get tagged up by Eddie. There comes the first pick of the map. First blood. Surge gets the trade onto Eddie up top wing as well.
What?
And Tommy misses another. Whoa. I mean, what do you think about those shots, Kamika? Because they look good to me.
I wouldn't say he's missing there, to be totally honest with you. Mexi and his guys, they're seeming to want to go and do something else, and that's rightfully so. They seem to be having a bit of a hard time getting inside of B. They know that Tommy is around the corner there. They don't know, for some reason, his shots are not registering at all, so they're going to try and take it down to just Tommy instead of trying to challenge multiple people at once, but they're just waiting for the right moment. He can run the...
Oh! Surge makes him pay right there, too, with the quick headshots. It was all dependent on the timing. Tommy was just kind of jiggle peeking that right and left. It does look like Astro will be beaming up on 1. Surge gets a trade onto Astro, though. So a worthy trade. Now we have a 1v1. Turns versus CDL Bam. His turns find Surge
gotta hide.
on bomb. It's 5 seconds. He doesn't have enough time to plant. CDL Bam with a chow and turns!
What a win,
bro! You can't let that happen to you, Bam. No way.
Dude, that is a PogChamp moment right there for Turns. He just killed him, tried to get away because he knows there's absolutely no way he's going to plant it right now. Just trying to cover it. Here's him coming behind him slightly. Gives Bam a little bit of the ankle breaks mid-air and just leaves him stranded. Shooting at the wrong target. Shooting at his after image.
He showed him a little bit of that razzle dazzle for sure, man. That was kind of nasty, little twinkle toes action. But hey, that's how you have to chow sometimes as a sub. Definitely it came down to the difference in the movement, and he was able to juke him out just a little bit, miss a couple shots, and he made him pay. So great work there from Turns. I apologize to win that round. Does look like it's going to be a B push though from the boys, but there are 2 players inside a plane to chow as well. A fairly even setup here, but it is going to be completely dependent on what happens inside of this plane, as it's basically a stalemate at the moment.
Yeah, they're just waiting for someone to peek first, throwing down a little bit of dope smokage, trying to get... Yeah, they know that Mexi is here now, and it seems like they're calling in Doughboy, but Turns does strike when the iron is hot and the time is right. Notice that Mexi is still there, trying to get a good turn for him, and he does indeed. Surge coming up huge, though, with another sniper shot, but Tommy does finally ring true at the perfect time. Makes it a 1v1 versus Doughboy.
Oh, man, if there's any time for Tommy to start slaying out, it's right now. He's going to push through, but Doughboy has this angle completely covered. Tommy, if he chows there, he's absolutely dead. He's going to back up a little bit. He's going to reach out from a different angle. Going to pick up bomb as well, but Doughboy, I think he likes the spot here. I don't think he's going to be moving very much. He's going to try to get this plant down on A side as well.
He can totally peek out that side door.
It all depends on if he peeks it, though. Here you go. Bomb gets planted. Here we go. 1v1 at its truest form, which did start off as a 1v2 in favor of Doughboy. So, Morning Charles and Doughboy gets smoked. There you have it. What a chow there from Tommy. They go up 2-1.
Oh, you love to see it. You know what else you love to see? Turns coming in and just having his way inside the plane like it's Burger King. He just, I don't know, his teammate is like, he's one shot, just go around and get him. And get him, he did. That is going to be another solid round for Final Form. After losing the first one, they have taped together 2 back-to-back rounds, making Chicago Wyggz's initial victory a little bit less sweet.
Yeah,
Surge,
no,
though.
most definitely. I mean, I think that Surge is definitely, like you said, the light in a dark room, right? 7-2. He's doing as much as he can for the squad, but he's going to need the rest of his boys to pick it up. CDL Bam definitely losing this, you know, sub battle against turns as Doughboy finds Astro in the back on that Heady. Does make it a 3v4 in favor of Chicago Win, but just as I say that, Eddie gets the trade onto Doughboy. Now 3v3, things slowing down once more as players just trying to play their life, making sure no one sees anything. They don't give any information away. Things kind of slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, things kind of slowing down, and I think they're just trying to readjust themselves for a push somewhere else. Mexi, he's gonna try. There's no way he's getting out of here without beating Tommy or something like that. But oh, I think they've actually called out that there was somebody above him. So Mexi, if he's feeling ballsy enough, might just go for a kill here. Oh, he's actually been seen by Eddie. Great shots from Eddie. Perfect angle. Could not even see him. Bam does go down as well, so it's all on Surge. Feels not nice for Chicago Wind right now. He's going to have to go and rip the bomb away from turns, and he does. Going to have to get 2 kills pretty much right now, and Eddie is sitting there waiting for him to try and get that plant off.
Yeah, no, that was definitely very, very tough. He's going to try to get this bomb down, but 5 seconds left. He pushed through, going to have to back up. I don't think he had enough time. Nope, that's not enough time. He's going to get shut down. Final Form, take a round, and that's going to be 3-1 in favor of Final Form. Yeah, great plays all around, but man, he almost had it there with that pistol kill he got on turns. I thought he was going to have a little bit of a comeback on his hands.
I mean, it was definitely game on for a second there, but Final Form, they just kept cool heads, and they're like, all right, let's look at this objectively. It's him versus us. We have 2 angles where we can shoot him if he goes for the bomb plant. He has basically no time left to plant the bomb. He's going to have to either kill both of us, and we're in 2 different sides of the map, and we can shoot him if he tries to plant the bomb. Cooler heads for days.
Yeah, no, and it's a very, very good play, but man, I don't think there's any way to really, you know, even it out. Astro gonna nade as well onto that bomb site. CDL Bound's gonna be absolute a little bit here. 1 shot. He gets the trade though. Doughboy also finds Eddie. Astro gets 2. He gets traded out by Doughboy. Now Tommy last alive once again in a 1v2 versus Surge and Doughboy.
Oh, he's seen Surge, and Surge sees him right on back. Holy moly, dude. Chicago Wind still in it. Still making this competitive. You love to see it. And Doughboy catching Eddie in an absolute open position as it gets. Perfect angle on Astro as well. The angle work on this map from these guys has just been absolutely insane at points. You know, I remind you about that time we saw Eddie shoot that guy underneath the plane. I don't remember exactly who it was. I think it was Mexi. He just had the perfect angle on.
Yeah, it was Eddie on Mexi. He was up on top of that yellow crate on the left side of the map, and he just laid down, got a perfect angle on them. I will say that both of these teams are very, very good. I think that the way that they're centering, it looks the entire time, the way that they're playing together, their setups, changing things up. I think that they're just playing as a very solid squad, both of them, and they both deserve a lot of respect. But I think Final Form so far has just kind of showed to be just slightly better, and it's showing in the round count. But things, again, once more in the plane. We just come back to this plane over and over again, as there's no real other routes to really take, right? But what ends up happening is you get a bit of a stalemate here. You get 2 players in top back plane, you get 2 players on top of the bomb, and then what do you do then? It's a stalemate. You try to play for a pick. Not much to do.
Yeah, they're actually... Oh, I love that play. They're just going to go around the plane. If you can't go through it, go around it. That's the idea here. Astro, I think he's seen this coming, and he's just sitting patiently and waiting. Oh, he's seen him go up the stairs. It's going to be literally right behind him, and bam, kills Surge by mistake. Feels not nice, dude. Mexi, the last man standing, up inside the plane. He's got to get 3. Gets 1, and the other 2 are chilling elsewhere. Similar position to where his teammate was in the last time in Surge, but he does not have the bomb. He knows where Astro is. Generally, he does kill him eventually, but he's now got the bomb. He's got enough time to plant it, but he's got to make sure that Tommy doesn't have the perfect angle on him. And I think he actually does! There you go.
Woo! Hey, he got the bomb down, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, he played that basically perfectly, but I mean, even with perfect play, it's not enough, right? Bomb gets planted, still gets defused. You still have to take 5 seconds to plant it, and that means that Tommy's gonna check bomb. So unfortunate there for sure. Good play out of Astro there. Does manage to find Doughboy long, and I mean, this play was just wonderful. Waits for them to push up top and plane. Here's one, pushes one up top, gets a free kill. And almost had it, man. Almost had a full ace almost there.
Yeah, that just goes to show you that patience can go a long way in this game. I mean, sometimes there's such a thing as being too patient, but there's a sweet spot when it comes to patience in this game for sure. Some people are like, oh, camping, but there is definitely something that can be said about waiting for your opponent and getting yourself in a better position than them. Anyways, we're going to be seeing Bam trying to come up here with the AK now this time instead of the 74U. Trying to get a little bit of distance. He's seen Tommy. Now, I don't think Tommy has seen him back yet. Will he go for the audacious ego shell, though? It would be in his character.
Oh, most definitely. But he gets shut down anyways. Tommy does like those ego chows. Astro getting the trade onto Bam as well. So now we do have a 3v3 on our hands. Astro gonna have to push from behind. He gets tagged up from behind. Almost gets the chow into Mexi, but he shuts him down basically immediately now. So it's a 3v2 in favor of Chicago win. Surge finding turn as well in plane. Surge finding one more. That's gonna give them the defuse fairly easily. Wonderful work there from Surge, getting that quick 2-piece.
Yeah, that is quite literally exactly what Chicago Wind needed there. They're still in the game. Final form, obviously, the longer this goes on, the more likely it is that they lose without winning 2 in a row. Surge, oh my goodness, perfect. Perfect little pixel shot onto the head. Sliding past his next one, leaving him totally stranded. You'll love to see it. Even in close quarter situations, putting the sniper to good use.
Yeah, and you know, that just goes to show, if you ever hear anyone say, like, don't ever slide in this game, yes, you can slide in this game, but it has to be in the right situations, right? Right there, the movement was absolutely disgusting. Like, he slid right past, aimed one kid right up close with a pistol, like, he didn't even know where he was. So, wonderful work there from Surge. You absolutely love to see it.
I know this is completely anti-meta, but I might think that we're gonna start to see potentially people picking up the extra slide speed thing potentially in the future. Don't quote me on that because I don't know. I'm pretty sure he wasn't using it there, but say that you're sliding like 5 or 6% faster than somebody else, you can definitely kind of catch them off guard, especially with how anti-meta it is. Bam with a good opening kill, but Tommy with a solid trade, peeking around from the other end, and Chicago Wind, they're in trouble yet again, my dude. This is not looking good, but a lot more time than you had before, and those wall-bangable walls coming to bite him in the back as final form on the cusp of victory yet again.
Man, that plane can be sometimes your best friend and your worst enemy at the same time. It's just such a long like line of sight, and it's just so hard to get anything done on it. But sometimes you can just play so aggressively and just win so many chows. But you know, it's the same spot, but it can really be a tale of two cities, right? But I do want to agree with you though. The slide speed, the way that the slides work in this game is you just slide right by people. And like it causes for some nutty moments, kind of like there we saw with Surge. I do think that it could be a possible meta change. And especially on a map like this, I think that it's huge. But here we have a beautiful play, by the way. Oh my goodness, Eddie pushing straight through right side with the smoke. Eddie gonna be still pushed through. Mexi gonna find him up top. He's gonna back out out of plane as well. Try to relocate for his squad as he knows they're all trying to flank around.
Tommy's still up top, potentially cutting off Surge from the rotation. But little does he know that Surge is actually coming to him. Oh, maybe he does now, but Surge, I think he's seen him right on back! Surge making him look so silly as Chicago Wind. Still in it, but they need 2 more of those in a row. Otherwise, it's 2-0 in the series.
Oh, man, Surge. I wish they were going to show us Surge's chow. This is a great chow from Mexi as well. He gets 2 here. Finds turns underneath the plane as well, but Surge with that disgusting chow. At the same time, you can see it in the background happening. Oh man, that's a big chow. That's a big boy play right there. That's what I call a big boy play.
Yeah.
Keeping his
Dude,
team.
I call it that too, actually. I love saying that. Like big boy chows. I love saying stuff like that. Anyways, we're gonna be seeing final form on the defense once again. They've been doing pretty good on that side so far. And Eddie is going to his same old favorite place he's seen. Bam. I think, yeah, he's seen Doughboy, but he gets slightly out of reach, but not Bam. Bam does get a few quick shots to the teeth. He's gonna need to see a dentist after that one for a full facial reconstruction surgery as Tommy opened things up on Surge. Payback time, baby. Here we go.
Oh, it's not looking good. Doughboy last alive in this situation. Chicago win on the brink of losing this second map after doing so much, and it does look like Final Form GG are going to say GG's on this one and blow right past the Chicago win. 6-4 on this search.
Blow right past him. I like what you did there.
Yeah, that was a good one, huh?
Yeah, that was very good. Anyways, we're going to be seeing Final Form still showing their great form up against Chicago. They have not lost a single map on the night, ladies and gentlemen. In both series that they have played, it's looking pretty good for these guys. They lost their first game of the season up against Wichita Wolves, but they could win the next 5 and still get like second place in the entire group. So definitely shouldn't be, you know, feeling apprehensive about that one. They're like, okay, there is one team that is better than us in our group, but we can still be the second best team in our group, especially if they're defeating people that are in the qualifying spots right now, like Chicago Wind. Fun fact, let's find out who else is in the qualifying spots right now. It is Chicago Wind, Cosmic Wolf, who has not played a single game yet, and Scorch, who is 1-1 that they have already... that Chicago Wind has already lost to, but Final Form has yet to face. So second place could still be on the table for them here, my friend.
No, most definitely. And I think it's one of those situations where they're starting to pick up a lot of momentum. They played 2 games tonight, right? They're up 2-0 in this one, went 3-0 in the last one that I just casted. And if they continue this heat streak on with the next 5 games, as you said, I see no reason why they can't, you know, continue pushing forward and maybe even take a couple of these bigger teams out, man. I know they lost their first game, but that is definitely not indicative of how good they are because they've been flying through these teams. Chicago win, much respect to them. Decimate, much respect to them as well. But from what I've seen today, Final Form is just looking a little bit ahead of them in terms of their level of skill. And you know, I definitely would love to see them play a couple of the better teams in this league as well because I do think they could give them a solid run for their money, especially come playoffs.
Yes, indeed. Though, I have seen a few other teams, namely the ones that I have in the meme that I have in place of your camera since we couldn't get it set up in time. This was, for those of you guys that don't know, this was a little bit of a last minute setup, but I'm glad that we did it. Unfortunately, I was not fully able to get Alex's thing set up next to me in time. So in that place, we have a meme, and that meme shows you all of the people who are doing incredibly good in the league and have not lost a single game yet. I've got to add another one, which is Team Veer to it, because actually, they might be taking Fluid's spot on that because they fight them tomorrow, and both are undefeated. One is 5-0, and one is 4-0. We casting that one tomorrow. Going to be hell of a time.
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. I think that we could definitely see a huge couple games coming out of these boys. I would love to see it. I'm actually a huge fan of a lot of those teams as well. I mean, as well for me, I'm affiliated with some of them, low key. But either way, I mean, I just love to see good games, man. That's what I love. I live and breathe to see. I know you can probably agree with me as well.
Me too.
What it comes down to is something that's, you know, fun to watch, fun to cast, and at the end of the day, fun to play. You know, if you're playing teams of your skill level a little bit better, even, and you get a challenge, it's a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that we see a lot more of that out of this league, and I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll get to cast a lot more like that.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of casting more matches, this one is going to be put on hold for a little bit. I think they're having some issues with the host, Alex. We're just going to cut to a little bit of a break while they get that all figured out. Oh, wait. Maybe they just haven't invited me and they're expecting me to join off of them. But yeah, they were in a lobby that they invited me to before, and now they are not. Actually, yeah, it looks like they were just a little bit delinquent on sending the invite. And or not, I guess. Apparently they are still having lobby issues because they're like all joining and leaving and stuff like that. While we get this figured out, guys, it's still like early game and there's bound to be issues like that. We're gonna go to a little bit of a break, give me and Alex a little bit of a breather while the teams get the lobby sorted out. Stay tuned.
now for a couple of nights. Need to rebuild myself to come alive. It all makes sense now, now that the lights out. It's a different world to me, it makes me feel down. Wait until the storm comes down, until the sleep comes and makes it alright. Waiting for the morning been having trouble to sleep now for a couple of nights. Need to rebuild myself to come alive. It all makes sense now, now that the lights out. It's a different world to me, it makes me feel down. Wait until the storm comes down, until the sleep comes and makes it alright. Waiting for the morning
And we are back in it with a checkmate control. You know what, Kamika? This is actually my favorite map to cast in terms of control. This map on control can get absolutely hectic sometimes with the the defensive side pushing up all the way, getting some crazy angles and some crazy comebacks. So I'm excited to see what we see on this map.
Oh man, dude. From what I've seen though, it can be one of the most one-sided maps as Surge. Oh, ho, ho, my friend, that is not okay. And the Slayers is going for Tommy now as well. That's a full team wipe off the rip. Chicago win. They are looking to push their advantage. They are definitely looking at my chat like I am, and they're getting a little bit pissed off. So in they go, full send, but they do get a little bit of a breakout here potentially now. Final form.
Oh my gosh, Surge just came out gunning. He was not stopping. He was peeking everything. He was trying to get as many kills as he could, and that was scary. Astro shut him down when he needed to. But Bam now, all the way in their spawn, almost started getting going on his own. And just like that, we're looking pretty heated early on. These teams are playing a lot more aggressive than they did earlier on, so you absolutely love to see it. Surge still holding control of that top wing as well, but Tommy trying to contest for it as well. That's a huge piece of momentum for them as well. But so far, nothing too crazy as there's only 20 seconds left, and A is being captured out here by Tommy.
Yeah, so what I was about to say is the time is starting to work against Final Form, but the thing is, the longer this goes on, the more it is going to hurt Chicago Wind. Yeah, that was a nice little opening kill, but I feel like they got a little bit too thirsty for kills and too eager to prove themselves as Surge, making them look so silly once again, bro. He's gonna have one up top, but his teammates give him some adequate assistance there. And now Mexi, I feel like they are getting a little bit too aggro right now, but this is perfectly fine from Mexi. He's getting away with murder here, but he might be able to see Astro here as well, put some big fat rips on him, and they take him off again. I don't think they're gonna be able to get back on a hill in time unless they go beneath and go for B potentially. Oh, maybe not actually. I might be wrong.
Yeah, and also, too, I do want to point out, we haven't talked about it much, but Tommy was even with Surge, basically. They were both 7 and 2 at the same time, and Tommy's been having a good game as well, just holding down what he needs to hold down. Chicago Wind do manage to secure out A as well, by the way, so we're going to be pushing onto this B zone now. CEO Bam on top of that. 3 kills in favor for Final Form. Bam still heating up here as well, and it's looking like he's not stopping at all. 1 minute left to work with. Bam pushed up all the way. We're in for a treat on this next zone.
Yeah, they're really trying to break out now. That is the worst thing that could have possibly happened to Final Form. After that right there, Doughboy getting away with 2 kills, a double kill. That is exactly what you don't need when you only got 2 respawns left and no map control for Final Form. And another one for Doughboy. Tommy getting lasered as well. They just have complete dominance of this map, my friend. And Final Form, albeit they are on the attack, that was... You know what? I take back what I was about to say. They looked pretty strong in this first map, but definitely some worrying signs in the beginning from Chicago Wind towards them.
Dude, I just gotta say, Surge and CDL Bam came out gunning. They came out like hot as hell. I think this is the opening piece that we can see from Surge as well. Beams Astro, gets one more, turns, just absolutely smokes another, goes back, and he doesn't stop. He never stopped that whole push. Gets Tommy, and look at, as soon as he kills him, he immediately turns and peeks for the other angles. He was out for blood there, and it was obvious. Bam also playing a lot more aggressive, and you know, because he is running that sub role, you love to see it. That's what we need to see from Chicago Wind if they want to stay in this series and hopefully get a reverse sweep.
Yeah, oh my goodness. You can definitely tell that they're playing with a little bit of anger in their hearts, and they want to definitely take it out on their opponents. Doughboy going straight on in for A, sees Tommy chilling in the back there, but Eddie getting a little bit jiggy with it, trying to go all the way around the back, finds one. Doughboy trying to turn for him, does indeed turn for him. But speaking of turns is there, and so is his teammate, taking him off the objective. But Astro and the guys in the meantime just holding down the rest of the map very adequately. Chicago Wind is basically nothing right now.
Yeah, most definitely. And you know what? The kills are pretty much completely in favor of Final Form on this side so far. Mexi still turning up, trying to do something for his squad as well. But if you look at the lives, starting to even a little bit here, but still a 5 life advantage for Final Form. Make that a 6, and it's growing because Eddie is still beaming. Tommy's on a 3 spree. Eddie was on a 2 spree before CDL Bam finally shuts him down. But you know what? If you're Final Form, you're in a very good position to take this round.
Oh, I thought it was 4 Krigs. I'm like, there's no way they're running 4 Krigs. But it was the AK-74U up in here for turns, which doesn't do him very much good in that instance. But, I mean, to the credit of Final Form, they're doing just fine right now. Not a single tick going the way of Chicago Wind. Not a single bit of map control. But Bam is trying to change that as he gets 2. But it's not going to be enough. Or will it, as Surge and the guys have now broken ground on to B.
Yeah, and B gonna be captured out here, but only 10 seconds to work with. Chicago Wind gonna have to go big. They get off hill. Turn's still there as well, but yeah, no, Turns finds another, and they're not gonna be able to get on this hill, I don't think. It's not gonna be looking good for them. And yeah, Final Form, take it. I mean, honestly, that whole round, we just saw just complete dominance out of Final Form. They got control of both wings. One player pushed all the way through their spawn. And after that, it was just kill after kill after kill after kill. And the lead just grew insurmountable to a certain point. Huge shouts outs to Tommy, Eddie, and Astro because they were, I mean,